Hello, welcome back to Glowkeeper. Last episode we got into some real meta stuff, and this episode we're gonna keep going. So yeah, one of the most interesting puzzles in the game, I think, was this one. We got 2 scrolls out of it. That's cool. Alright, time to leave. Okay, closest we can get is here. Isn't that far away, honestly, so that's fine. Okay. So 3 more scrolls to go. I wonder if these are all gonna be together, or if we're gonna have to, or if they're like 2 separate rooms. Crap, how do I do this? Right. Reset this. Collect these, and this. That, and that. There you go. Okay, so part 2. I wonder why this fire exists. Need 40 scrolls for that gate. The bathhouse. Yeah, what is this fire for? What does that do? Oh, this fire gives us a fast travel here. Oh, I could have used that. Oh well. Also means I can fast travel from here to here. Okay, so the bathhouse, 2 scrolls here, 1 scroll here, and 2 scrolls here, all connected in a group of 3. Okay. So does this not count? That doesn't count. Okay. I can't even try. I can't even like dodge out of it. I guess that's why my movement stops entirely when I am... Yeah, that makes sense that my movement stops entirely when I'm... Okay. Got 2 scrolls here. 2 scrolls here. No empty space implies that we're not creating a fast travel. Is there a fast travel here? No. Okay. I want to get that. I don't know. Okay. Rock here. No rock there. There's 2 rocks here and 1 rock here. I can push the rocks. So if I got rid of 1 scroll, does this work? It does. Okay. Can draw a line through fast travel. Can I get rid of 1 scroll? Actually, I might be able to do it via the bottom. The bottom is a straight line I can pass through. Okay, so let's get rid of 1 scroll by doing this. Collect this scroll. Oh, that scroll is an ending. Oh. Well, that will be a problem. It won't if I pass through this scroll from here. So while this is an ending point, and the bottom one is also an ending point, this one isn't necessarily an ending point because I can go around like that. Okay. So that gets rid of 1 scroll. And therefore I can start pushing rocks around. Why do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? I think so. I think the goal is to get both of these rocks out. Which means this rock here, I need to get rid of this scroll. Which should be doable if I reset both rooms here and here. So from here as 1 ending point, pass through this one by going around. And then down here, there you go. That gets the other rock through, which I can now push out, which allows me to access this air. And this air is useful because it helps me get rid of these 2. Or more importantly, it helps blow stuff outwards. Although I don't see the purpose of doing that. I don't see a way to get the scroll out, honestly, unless I blow it outwards. This scroll is a little hard to get. This scroll is a little bit hard to get. There's another air here, which I don't know what that would imply. There's 2 fire here, but since there's no fire anywhere else in this area, that fire is useless. I don't know what that fire exists for. What would that fire exist for? To block, so that maybe when this goes away, there's nothing that can pass through here anymore. Okay, cool. That's what that fire exists as. It is... Okay, that makes sense. Because this scroll has to act as an ending point because it's not in purple, I can never make this fall unless this was already collected somehow. Which means I would have to have collected the rock, or the rock would have to be destroyed manually or by a line of 3, which is likely from here. If I did destroy the rock down here, the scroll becomes free. Okay. I just have to learn how to do that. Okay. Let's see. If I could get rid of this air. But how would I do that? There's no other purple. Oh, there's purple there. So if I got rid of this scroll, I have an access to an air here. That actually would help me. If I also manage to get these guys out. Oh, but I can't do that yet, can I? Because these airs would be dislocated. Or would not be connected anymore. However, I can just reset the room. So I can reset this room so that this air goes back up here. This air would have fallen, so that would allow me to immediately just make a connection like this. Rocks go here. Also, I want to get rid of both scrolls, which means I'm going to have to do this. Get rid of both scrolls, but I cannot make any of these the endpoints. Because if any of these were the endpoints, that would be like a collected scroll, the 3 in a row scroll, which would hold these guys up. So I have to make that not the endpoint, which means the endpoint has to be down here. Oh, that means I have to reset this room. Okay. Let's unconnect here so I don't make the 3 in a row. Let's reset this room so this becomes a regular scroll that can be matched. Okay. Let's leave a hole here and draw a line out of. There you go. 2 rocks here, and 2 rocks here means I can get rid of this 3rd rock. Oh, hello. There you go. There you go. 1 scroll. Okay, that leaves 2 more scrolls. 2 more scrolls, 2 more scrolls. Alright, I'm gonna reset the entire room. So yeah, these fires purposefully prevent us from drawing a line through here. Which means we have to draw a line through here, and only 1 line. So you can't make loops. Okay. Another thing I could do is, I guess I could connect these and have that scroll. No, but to collect the scroll in this room, which we know there is one, we know that every room has 1 scroll. The scroll has to exist in this room, right? And the ending point has to be either you or you. Likely you. Which means that the Megascroll, I guess, will be up here. Unless you blow it off. If both airs were already here, which is possible if I swapped, that would require a push right, but like that's hard to do, isn't it? I'm thinking if I got rid of you, and then I got 2 of these guys to blow this way, that could blow you off. But blowing you off is a little bit not... Yeah, no, that would work. If I then got 2 scrolls here to connect with 1 scroll down here, this scroll could be neglected. There would still be a Megascroll in this room, and that would account for the Megascroll in this room, which doesn't use this, but uses 2 of these scrolls here. Right? So the goal is to blow this singular scroll down here, I think. That will require both of these airs from here. Yeah, so I have to get rid of you first. Which actually shouldn't be difficult, right? Okay, so let's get rid of this scroll. So this is definitely not collectible for the same reason as the previous one wasn't collectible. Oh, I just can't go from anywhere from here. Okay. I might just scroll. I might need to scroll down there to do stuff for us. I can also stand here before I make this push. But again, this air kind of doesn't... I don't know if this air is movable. Because right now it doesn't look like it's movable. I actually don't need to get rid of this air. Because this air will hold you up. Meaning that these two airs immediately need to come from here and draw here towards the right. I guess. There's no air here, right? There was no air here. I might still have needed to use that room though. Maybe to get rid of a scroll like this one. So how? Need to get this air. Do I? I think so. I definitely need... Because I can't take this air, come here for this one air, and then come back. That requires two of these trips, which isn't possible. Yeah, it's impossible. There's only one fast travel, so I can't do that weird trick that we did last episode either. Okay. What about this one? What about this scroll in this room? Have I thought about that? You get both of these rocks out of the way. This rock is in particular the challenging one. Because how do you get this rock out of the way without clearing these two guys? Am I blowing maybe? Could see that happening. Actually, I couldn't see that happening. Because these scrolls can they ever be cleared out? I need to clear out that rock. I don't know how to do that. There only exists purple here where there is no rock. Or here. This rock is useless. And this rock, I don't know about this rock. None of these rocks are useful. I would think the water's also pretty pointless because they only exist for transportation. They even like leave the empty column like to indicate that you're supposed to bring things through. But no. Okay, so if I first got rid of these scrolls, reset this room, and come back, there's a free air here for me to use. Meaning I can already start doing pushing things. That isn't gonna help us, is it? No. Because I wanted an air. I wanted both airs. But how do I do that? This air can't move. Unless it itself was blown over. Which it could be, honestly. Like, if I got these two airs to hit you from the side, you could blow this air over. That seems bad, though. Also, this rock. Still no idea how to get through that rock. That rock is only maneuverable from this position. It has to fall. But that literally means clearing out both of these scrolls. Which then begs the question, how do I get the scroll in this room? I can also get rid of this rock. But I don't see how. Literally do not see how. These two are hard. Oops. There is a hint in this room. Also a hint in this room, okay. I do really think it's to blow this outwards. And you get 2 airs here. But that might not be possible. Is there any property of this guy that I can use? I don't think so. I think in a similar way it's actually not draw throughable. Yeah. The rock down there also doesn't seem to be very usable because it can't be pushed, because it can't be dropped, because that scroll is an endpoint, so it will always become a Megascroll. I think that's right. I don't get it then. What does pushing this rock help us do? Nothing much. This is the exact same problem. Yeah. Or if I slow time. I slow time? I don't think so. I think I'm actually legitimately just caught up. Yeah, you actually can't move. What if I jumped? Yeah, it actually doesn't work. Wow. Oh, it's because it... Okay, yeah, no, I get it. I forget. Collecting a scroll stops your movement. That's exactly why. Doesn't help. I thought the connection can be made between collected and non-collected scrolls. It can. Cool. But this doesn't help us do anything. It just puts a rock here. And like, even that, it's like not helpful to anyone. Did I think about getting air here? I did. Oh, you know what? If only one of these scrolls became the end scroll, that could be useful. Right? As opposed to both. Because then the other scroll will hold things up while the rock falls down. That seems right. So I want the end scroll to only exist... Oh, I want only one of these to be part of the set of 3. Which means both of these have to be together, which means I have to get rid of one of these guys. Which works, honestly, because I can reset this room afterwards. So the goal is to get one of these areas out. I kind of forgot exactly how to do that. I think this was one of the steps. Yes, I need to reset this room first though. That seems like a much more achievable goal. There you go. So that lets me push a rock out. Then by getting rid of the other scroll in the exact same manner, which we did before, so I'm basically doing the exact same thing again. We can now get the other rock out of the way as well, plus 1 air. And plus 1 air is good because that air... Oops. I need to reset this room. That air can clear out both of the airs here, putting these two scrolls together. By resetting this room, I can now connect these two scrolls to this scroll here. And now I can collect this scroll, the other scroll will fall and prevent the rock from crushing me. Nice. Okay, there you go. What does the hint say? Works. I think that works. I don't actually know if... Really? That would not have been helpful to me, I don't think. But it's okay. Alright, that leaves this one. Again, no idea how I'm gonna get through this one. Again, I 100% cannot get up there. So again, it must be a blowing technique. Which means somehow both airs here... Right? 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 I would think so, I would think so. I can't use this air at this position. It'd be very helpful though, like... It would honestly be very, very convenient. I need to reset this room as well. It would honestly be very, very convenient if I could, but I cannot. And when I say I cannot, what I mean is... What I cannot do is something like this. I would like to go here, and then make a loop. So I wanna go down here. I wanna go past whatever this is, which I cannot. I wanna come from the other side. Oops. Yeah, I wanna come from the other side. Then line up here. And I wanna come back through this line, and then go in here and then blow this way. That'd be very convenient if it worked, but it doesn't. And I don't know how to get it to work. I also don't know how to get 2 airs from here. I don't think I'm supposed to get 2 airs from here. Because it doesn't look possible. It doesn't look possible to swap this air out. Has this ever been useful for me? Actually, it might not have ever been useful. I don't think I've ever used this air, besides the fact that I could have gotten this air to clear these out. That's the only reason this air has been useful. So there must have been some other use to it, right? I can't tell. I'm not seeing the meta aspect of this. Alright, is every room reset? Yes. The room should be solved from a reset state. Oh, these places also have some pretty nice names. The solarium, the bathhouse, the waterfall. Why is this called the waterfall? That's not a typical luxurious room. Luxury room. I need to think about this. I mean, I don't see it. Like, I legitimately just don't get this one. It doesn't seem at all plausible. Is there another way? Besides just blowing a scroll? Every scroll has been useful so far. Like, this scroll has been useful for getting this one. So I'm assuming it's gonna work the other way around as well. Where the scrolls here help get this scroll. But again, I definitely need a blowdown. I think the hint will tell me that I also need a blowdown. Yeah, literally just blowing it down. But the problem is getting the ability to blow it downwards. Is there any way I can go through here? Unlikely. Is it true that this rock is unmovable until it's broken? Possibly. If I got both rocks down here, so how it worked was I had to get rid of both of these areas, which is why this area was useful. Okay. So we started off with just getting rid of these as per usual. No. Yes. Reset this room. This air now goes here and is gotten rid of. Reset this room. I take this route. I make sure that this goes away, so now two rocks go here. If I reset this room, it's held up. But again, this scroll is still not going to work. The help, right? Still can't draw through it. I don't suppose I can draw through a collected scroll either. Or a red scroll. I don't think so. I mean, it might be possible. The problem is that red scroll, the mega scrolls also, the mega scrolls also have their own connectivity. So like the mega scrolls can also connect to other mega scrolls. Which clearly means I can't draw through a mega scroll. Probably. I don't know if I should try. But it does seem really important that this line be available. This passageway be available for a line. But I have no idea how to make that happen. Actually, I have no idea. I'm thinking the only other way is actually to make a line that's drawable through here. But how? There is no way. Even collected mega scrolls also can't be drawn through. Let's see if the hint here tells me anything. The hint tells me how to get this scroll. There you go, Megascroll. Oops. Didn't mean to collect that. So like a line actually can't be drawn through a Megascroll. No. I don't even think a line of a line of air can be drawn through a Megascroll either. I'll just check, just to be sure. No. Can any blow happen? Yeah. A blow could happen here, couldn't it? In fact, I could generate many blows. Couldn't I? Could I? But if I could generate many blows... Couldn't I already generate a blow that will blow this out? The answer is therefore I cannot generate many blows. Because if I could generate many blows, I would have already blown this guy off. I'm thinking if I can. This scroll... Can't get rid of it. Can get rid of it. No, I can't get rid of it. Or if I did get rid of it, it would require these two to have been rid of first. I know a scroll that connects to another scroll through a room will be destroyed, so it will literally not be there anymore. Which means I can technically try and get rid of this scroll, but because it doesn't land on purple, it has to be an endpoint. If it's an endpoint, then it will generate the Megascroll in that spot. Meaning that this can't be an intermediate either. Can I blow this? I really want to blow these guys. Jeez, what am I saying? I want to blow the rocks out, left and right. But that... Actually, that would be pretty challenging, wouldn't it? It would necessarily require the endpoints to be on purple as well. But if that's the case, and we only have two purples, the two purples indicate that if one of them is an endpoint, one of them is either the first or the second, then the remaining air has to not be at a purple. And in that case, they have to be adjacent. And that's challenging. Because either these two adjacent, which are one above the other, or side by side with one of them on a rock. Yeah, I can do this. But then again, like, I can't move this air. This air looks immovable. I think it's by design immovable. That air up there is also immovable. It doesn't even fall. Yeah, I don't have any good ideas for this one. I think I'm gonna think about it and I'm gonna come back to this next time. We don't actually have time to go for the other scroll either. There's one more scroll here we haven't gotten yet, but we still don't have time to get. We don't have the time to look for it. So yeah, I'm gonna look through and try and figure out how to get this one. But yeah, until next time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.